Hello, guys. Welcome to a brand new episode of Black Spin Global Podcast, best tennis podcast, best sports podcast, just best podcast. To be honest, like I don't care what you say. Eugene, how you been?
I'm trying. I'm good, Lucy. How are you? Very tired, by the way. It's very early. I'm not gonna say how early it is, but it's early. Early for me on a Saturday. But
On a Saturday, on a
it's, it's,
Saturday. I
it's,
think this
it's
is the earliest we've ever recorded.
no. I think we have recorded earlier before, and I want to say it was
We,
for the French Open as well. I think it was last year. We did the same kind of
mm,
thing.
see, this slam is just so
Drama.
ghetto from recording to everything else.
But no, how are you? This is like the second time in a week we've seen each other. Like considering obviously what happened earlier in the week.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm good. For like a very long time in my life, like I've actually been like, you know what? I'm actually very good. Can't complain.
It's
I'm
great
drinking
to
my
hear.
coffee.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna make it a thing now where I'm just gonna talk about what I'm drinking because I know every time since we started recording, I'm drinking. So I'm gonna
Drinking
make it a thing.
something.
So
No,
for the
fair.
listeners, those who are not watching, I'm drinking coffee. Shout out to my girl who got me a coffee machine for my birthday. So
Very nice. Very, very nice. So
mhm.
obviously it's been a while since we were last on. And like
It's
yeah,
actually been a while.
quite a bit has happened in terms of like clay court season. We've not really touched, we've not been able to really talk about it. So
Mm.
we're just gonna have like a quick recap of like the clay court events. And also like brief like rundown of like what's been in the news like since we've been off.
Yeah.
But I think we've only got really one place to start, and that is obviously the Instagram live we did, or IG live we did with the wonderful Taylor Townsend.
Ah,
What an
that
experience! Our first
that
IG
was
live.
so last minute
I
as
think,
well.
and
Well,
I think we,
that's what
I
that's
think
what
we did
people don't
quite
know.
well. I know,
No, we
yeah,
did for something super last minute. We literally knew a night before. Like
yeah.
we did, we
Well,
basically didn't even have 24 hours.
to be fair, like Rodney Rapson, who set it up for us, he did like he mentioned it maybe like a month before, saying, "Oh, potentially we could like maybe interview Taylor because she
Right,
would be coming
right.
to Germany."
But we still were not prepared for
But
it.
no, yeah, literally, I think he messaged me like on the Tuesday, on the Monday, saying, "Oh yeah, like she's good to go
Hmm.
this week, like either Tuesday or Wednesday." I was like, "Listen, whatever day is
Yeah.
perfect by us." So yeah, it was a really really good interview as well. She was joined by her coach John Williams, which
Hmm.
was a nice touch as well. We weren't expecting him to like
Or
join her,
no.
like
When I saw him, I was like, oh, okay.
yeah. So that was quite nice and like really added to the whole like interview and chat. So
Hmm.
very very enjoyable. Although I did drop the ball, and I told you, well, we both realized at the end we forgot to mention or ask her about the Cardi B
It's so funny because
nominee.
literally this morning I literally tweeted it because I saw a picture of Cardi, Taylor and Normani like together, and I
Yeah,
literally quote tweeted. I was like, Eugene and I were so upset that we completely
man.
forgot to ask her about that. That would have been great. I would have loved to know because I see, in a way, from what I've seen from Cardi publicly and Taylor publicly, it's like I feel like they can click because the one thing about both of them is that they're real as fuck. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's why Cardi is where she is. It's because everyone liked how real she was. She's no Hollywood chick. Till this day, she's probably the biggest celebrity, and she's still like the same girl from wherever she's from. And Taylor is the same thing. And I think that's why I loved the interview so much because I was very at ease. I kind of felt like I was talking to just a normal person. Like she was just
Yeah.
being her, and that was very refreshing. Not saying that others did that, but it's just the way she carries herself like that. Like she's just a real one, you know.
No,
Like that's just
real
like
talk.
that's
Yeah.
it. That's like to me, I just felt like she's the realest, and I really really appreciate her like giving like using her time to speak to us. I really appreciate it, man. I was on cloud nine. Like we came a long fucking way, Eugene. Like it's really
Listen,
crazy how we've
I'm very
grown.
proud. Very,
So
very
cheers,
proud.
cheers to that with our mugs.
Cheers.
Cheers.
No, so obviously that was Taylor Townsend, and again, shouts out to Rodney for setting that up for us.
Facts.
Also in the news this week, I say this week, last week now, Gael Monfils announced that he won't be playing the French Open, sadly,
Mhm.
um, because he's going to be going. He's undergoing a minor operation, but he should be back hopefully for the grass court season. But more importantly, he and Elena Cisalina, his wife, they're expecting their first child. So major
Yeah.
congratulations. It's a girl, isn't it?
Yeah, it says a girl. A lot of people on Tennis Sweat were actually saying that she was pregnant because she disappeared out of nowhere. They were like,
Yeah,
there's still a lot of rumors, but obviously I didn't, just waiting. But yeah, man, I hope this, just brings them a lot of joy. I hope she has a safe pregnancy and delivery.
facts.
That's the first, like, most important thing, and they just enjoy that moment.
Yeah, I did like Osaka's comment. I think it was on Gail Monfils's post where she
Mm-hmm.
said, "Oh, October babies are the best," because I think she's also an October
She's actually
baby.
a September baby, though.
Is
I
she?
think. I think
No,
Osaka's
I'm gonna say
September.
October.
Let's check.
I
She is
did.
October baby. Oh,
Yeah, so like
16th of
obviously,
October.
so yeah, shouts out to Mr. and Mrs. Monfils.
Facts.
Also, shouts out to Jay Clark, who won a Challenger. That was at the start of May in Mexico, the Morelos Open. And yeah, he saved 2 match points in the second round. So to kind of come back from that and obviously go all the way to win the tournament, it's a great look for him.
Facts. I think he
Um,
he pulled out of French Open because of injury
no,
or
so he was
something.
in he was in, he was in he was in qualifying. He lost in the first round of qualifying.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So which we'll obviously come on to a bit
Mm.
later on. Um, and I want to actually know. I was going to say I want to say that's it. Dustin Brown, aka Dready Tennis.
Dreading tennis.
Like, well, that is his name, isn't it? His like
Mm.
social media name. But yeah, changed his allegiance. So he was representing Germany, but will now be representing Jamaica. Bad man, bad man, bad. Obviously, I'm half Jamaican. Yes, I'm half Jamaican.
Yes. People them.
It's my people them.
Your people them.
It's a good look. It's a very good look. And I'd love to know like the reasoning behind that.
I was literally just about to say that.
I want to say it links to his dad. I don't know if his dad. I'm not sure if his dad's around. I don't know, but I think it obviously his dad is Jamaican, so I think he just felt maybe out of respect for his dad. Yeah, I'll
I don't
represent.
know, but I feel like it's like not in a bad way, but it was like really random, like out of nowhere. So I
Yeah,
really
no,
want to know,
definitely,
like,
definitely, yeah. And like he's
what
obviously
made him.
he's like mid-30s now, so I mean,
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a
coming,
thing where it's a thing where he had that goal in his head. He was like, you know what, one day I would love to do that,
yeah,
and then probably now he was able to, and maybe the German, like, he plays for
yeah,
Germany.
yeah, he was representing
Yeah, so
Germany, yeah.
yeah, so maybe he was not getting what he wanted from there, and then well,
Because
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he has played Davis Cup. I don't know when last time would have been, but I'm pretty sure he has represented Germany like at the Davis
Mm,
Cup.
mm,
One last thing on that as well. Again, on his IG post, I noticed Frances Tiafoe commented saying,
mm-hmm.
"Oh, like yeah, like it's a good look." And obviously Tiafoe has roots in Sierra Leone, so like obviously
Yeah,
being
yeah, yeah,
born in America,
yeah.
this is a whole like a different conversation. Like maybe we could have like in the future. But I do.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I love about like black tennis players. Like we have, I say we, black people in general, like we have allegiances to different countries, like
Facts. Mm-hmm.
through our parents. Like because obviously you could be born in one country, but your parents come from a different country, and you could represent that country if you choose to, which is a beautiful thing. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, shouts out to Dustin Brown and yeah, the rest of all the Jamaicans out there.
But have we've never had someone representing Jamaica, right? A tennis player. Or
In
probably we have, like,
tennis.
I mean, like, top, like,
Yeah, I can't think of any.
I can't think
Yeah,
of any.
yeah,
Nah.
I can't think of any. So yeah, a very very good look.
Mm.
Um, and I mean now, obviously now let's get into like some news, big news. Wimbledon. I mean, it was spoken about or kind of yeah maybe known for quite a while that it could possibly happen, but it was confirmed on Friday. So obviously yesterday for us, but yeah, Wimbledon will not be. Basically, the ATP and WTA have stripped Wimbledon of ranking points. So players playing at Wimbledon this year will not be playing for ranking points, which basically means the tournament just turns into like an exhibition. So the same amount of like prize money will still be on offer, which I don't think is going to that will obviously encourage players to show up. and play hard, but at the same time, it's a weird one because obviously now, yeah, like players don't have the opportunity to, increase their ranking at a Grand Slam, which is like, I don't think that's ever happened before. And
I
that's
think
all because obviously the whole Russia Ukraine conflict. I say Russia, well, basically Russia invading Ukraine because that's what it is. But yeah, what are your views on that?
Do you know what? I think only Wimbledon can get away with this type of thing. When I say get away, I mean more of like out all of the slams, people see Wimbledon as like God tier players specifically.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like for them, Wimbledon is like, for most of them, let's say, it's like, okay, God tier, and then the rest. I feel like if it was another slam, I feel like it would have been a whole different thing. I think some more players would have been probably speaking about it and stuff. But I see where both parties are like coming from, to be honest, because ATP is basically trying to say, hey, we get you're trying to, stand for Ukraine and support them, but in a way you're still discriminating. So this is what's going to happen and stuff. It's just unfortunate all the way around, but it goes back to my main point. My whole issue, not even just with Wimbledon or with tennis in general, my main issue with this whole Russia and Ukraine thing is that we're actually forgetting the issue. Like, I feel like we spend more time talking about how do we stand for Ukraine than actually talking about what's actually going on. I can't tell you right now, Eugene, what's going on right now, what has been happening with everything. I don't know what's going on because more focus has been about, oh, you're not standing for Ukraine, or you're not doing that, oh, you are murderers and you're supporting, like everyone is just pointing fingers rather than actually focusing on the actual thing. But I don't know, it's just crazy. Honestly, it's just crazy. I just wish in all sports that everyone just carried on with everything, because whether Russian players are playing or not, Putin is still going to do what he's doing. The war is still there. If all of this was going to stop the war, then I'll say it's worth it. But it's not stopping anything.
No,
like that's what I'm saying. Literally, we're all being distracted by the actual main thing. So is I think for lower ranked players, obviously they're more pissed by it. The bigger players, I think for them is more like, I'm just trying to win that slam or get that money or whatever it is. But it looks like in this situation, this favors the Russians. Look, at the end,
I mean,
they're getting
the thing is,
they're
Russians,
getting a little holiday. Their ranking is not really Medvedev's gonna be, might still be number one player. Can you imagine? So like literally they're chilling, really and truly. So it's like all of this madness happened for what?
Yeah, it's a really weird like situation, and obviously because it's never happened before, like we just don't know what's going to happen, like in terms of the kind of the after effects, basically. So that's kind of what I'm most interested in, like kind of seeing how it all plays out. And we should also mention as well, so the WTA, they've also stripped well, there'll be no ranking points on offer for every grass court competition in England, basically, this year. So on the WTA side, so that's Eastbourne, Birmingham, and what's the other one? Is there another one?
Eastbourne, Birmingham, and there's one more.
Yeah, so there's basically the three WTA grass court tournaments in England.
Nottingham.
That's it. They will not be ranking points. Or
is that only for the WTA?
Only for the WTA, yeah. So for the ATP, Queens and I think it's Eastbourne, they're the two ATP events on grass in the UK. They will still be giving out ranking points.
I want to know, but they said, I think if I don't know if I'm going to be right on this, but I just want to know, is it a thing where the government is the one who called up Wimbledon and said, you lot are not going to let thing? But then I think I've read somewhere that Wimbledon actually made a decision themselves.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Wimbledon's like a members. I don't really know about how like it goes in terms of governance, but yeah, Wimbledon is basically a members club. So the members, like within Wimbledon, they came to that decision. So and that's the thing, that they have that power as opposed to like the other Grand Slams, like you said, they don't have that kind of same, they're not led like that in terms of having a members like committee, basically. So
I wonder if some of them regret it now.
who knows?
Because
I mean,
they probably did it thinking they were doing the right thing, thinking, you know what, we want to show our
yeah,
support more
exactly.
than
Yeah, like,
everyone else.
yeah.
And now probably
Kind
it
of
accidentally kind of backfired and it just like
100%.
went shit.
Yeah, because
I don't
it's
know.
not
I really
it's not
wonder.
it's not great press. Like just looking like from the outside looking in, like it's not a good look.
You know
But
what? It's a mixture too. I've seen both. I've seen some people saying, well done, Wimbledon. And I see some people saying, Wimbledon, what the hell are you doing? So it's a
yeah,
bit like, I feel like there's no, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's why it was probably best not to do anything, because it's like, whether you do try and do something or not, people are going to complain. People are going to chat. Like, especially in
yeah,
this generation, you try to do your best, making sure that you're all good. People are going to come and attack you and say, yeah, but you did this. Yeah, but you said that. Yeah, but you did this, you know?
yeah.
But
No,
we'll
I
see.
agree.
Anything can happen between now till like, I feel like more chaos is going to happen.
No, listen,
Because tennis, if you think about it, someone even made
absolute
a thread.
mess.
Someone made a thread of like what are the most craziest thing that's happened in tennis. And when I was reading some of the people's answers, I was like, yo, this sport is so chaotic. Like this sport is actually so crazy. And I think from outside, because everyone sees it as like, you know, high class or playing tennis and blah blah blah, it's like, yeah, it's simple. No, there's
It's not
chaos
like that.
24/7. There's drama 24/7. But I like it. I like chaos. I like drama, you know, but
I
it's
know you love a
sometimes
drama.
sometimes it's just too much. Like, let's actually play. Like, let's actually
Hun-
watch some, you know, some matches. But yeah.
I mean, I'm the complete opposite, but anyway, we move. But yeah, let's actually get back into like the proper tennis chat now, and
Proper
Blackspin
tennis.
global tennis chat.
Yes.
And then I
African
think
people live only.
we should only start with Mr. Frances Tiafoe, a friend of the pod, who's had I think he's had a very good clay court season, to be fair.
Way better than I expected.
Yeah, like, so I mean, and again, massive shout out to Lucy, because Lucy, she did this rundown for this episode, which saved me a lot of time. So shouts out to Lucy.
You guys, I'm not just here with just my nice wig and my pretty face. I'm here as well to do some work.
Joker. But yeah, Frances Tiafoe, like, he made it to the quarterfinals in Houston, which was a nice run. And that was on the green clay in America.
Yeah.
And then came to Europe. He had the round of 16 loss to Felix Auger-Aliassime.
Yeah.
I think that was straight sets for Felix, but a very high quality match, I thought. And then the following week, he reached the final in Estoril, Portugal. And what a run that was. So I think every match up until the final, it was a 3-set match.
Yeah.
I think he won two bagel sets as well. Two deciders. I think the first round and second round, he won them 6-love, which I just, you love to see. But the match that kind of stood out for me during that run, well, to be fair, 2 matches. The match against Alejandro Davidovich-Fokina, I think that was a quarterfinal, and then the semi-final against Sebastian Korda. Again, both 3-setters. I want to say he saved match points as well in both of those.
I think he's the one with, is it Borges? I can't remember if it was the first or second round. That one was really entertaining as well.
Yeah,
he had a crazy defense and some really nice drop shots. Like,
that was the second round.
Yeah, that was a really, really good match. I actually enjoyed all of his matches during that tournament, to be honest.
Yeah, because he made the final in 2018.
I was about to say that I think he really likes Estoril. Like, he's had pretty good records there. So I'm really hoping next year he can at least like bag one. He needs it. And the crowd really loved him.
Oh, they really mess with him, which is good to see.
Really loved him, yeah.
So yeah, he unfortunately he did lose out to Sebastian Baez in the final. And that was a straight sets win for Baez, but you can tell at that point. And also, as we should mention, Tiafoe wasn't exactly 100% fit in terms of like health wise. Like, he was sick, basically. He was ill, like he had some kind of like fever or something. So
yeah.
to basically be able to play at that high level and not be 100% physically, like, shows a lot, basically. So shouts out. And then in the 2 Masters events, so the Madrid and Rome Masters, he did lose in the first round in both of those. Actually, it wasn't the first round. I think Madrid was the second round because he got a bye. And then Rome was the first round.
Right, okay.
But yeah, I'm expecting a decent Roland Garros from Tiafoe. What are you kind of, because for me, we will come on to the French Open later, but just I think it's important to mention, like, yeah, he's never won a match at Roland Garros, so he's looking for his first win, and I don't see why not, well, like, why it can't be this year,
Yeah,
being seeded as well.
I agree. I think I do see, like, I see him doing much better this time at Roland Garros than the other times. And I think with, despite, Madrid and Italy, I'm kind of taking as more of like a fatigue type of thing.
100%, yeah.
So that's why I'm hoping, like, like he'll just come pumped up to kill it at the French Open.
Yeah, no, I agree. Felix Auger-Aliassime, who we kind of did touch on quickly, but he had a bit of a rough start during this clay court season, but things did pick up for him in Barcelona, where he reached I think it was the quarterfinals. No, it was around the 16 in Barcelona. He lost to Schwartzman.
Yeah.
And then things really did pick up for him at the Masters event. So he got to I think it was quarterfinals in Madrid and Rome. Massive result from in Madrid.
And one of them he lost around the sixth. Djokovic, I think.
Yeah, so in Madrid he beat Yannick Sinner.
Yes.
Absolutely demolished him. I think it was 6-1, 6-2. And
that was like actually a good match.
Under an hour. I mean, to be fair to Sinner, like, and this is one thing about Felix as well. Like, he's such a classy, kind of just a class act. Yeah. Like after the match, he was like, "Oh, basically, Sinner wasn't playing great, but I was playing pretty well. So, that combination, that's why the score was what it was." But like, he didn't completely take all the like glory. Basically, he just said, yeah, he acknowledged the fact that Sinner wasn't playing well, and I quite like that. I can see your face is like,
I'm opposite. Because like I said earlier, I like chaos. Listen, tennis players, talk your shit. Just be like, yo, that nigga Sinner, he was doing anything. I came out here and I played and I beat his ass and we're out here. Felix is bitches, where you at?
Felix is too classy for that.
That is what I want from tennis players. Like, even like when Tiafoe did his speech when he won, I remember even one of my boys, shout out to Vianney, like he messaged me, he was like, see, like, why is he like brag a little bit? And the thing is, we love to brag, so it's like brag, and I want this from all players, not even just black players. I want this from all players. Do you know how fun it will be if, like, at press conferences, like, players are talking their shit? Oh, you saw that drop shot? That was dead. But anyways, obviously, I won. So it is what, like, literally talk your shit. That's
so you want it to be like boxers.
Don't know about that. Basically, that's what I want, because it's a competition where, like, you're alone, you're there. So when you're head to head, like, it's heated. Do you get what I mean? Like, I want to see that passion, that anger, basically, because it's real. Do you get what I'm not saying?
Everybody loves personality, so I hear.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying him being like a class act is not him. I feel like I've already said it. Felix is very mature for his age. I feel like he's kind of following Federer's like.
Definitely.
Like,
I mean, they're born on the same day. Like,
literally, like, you can literally, I can just see, like, when I see Federer, I just see, like, when I see Felix, I just see, like, Federer's like type of thing. Like, you can see that he's taking a lot from him. Yeah. So I get that, but tennis players, please talk your shit. Talk your fucking shit. Let's have some chaos.
But yeah, Felix's last match on the clay was in Rome, the quarterfinal against Novak, which was a very, very good match. Again, high quality.
It was.
And I think that was the first time he's played Novak, which was interesting. Was it? Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't realize.
They've never played each other before.
Okay.
Before then.
So he's now played all big threes.
Yeah, exactly. Beat Federer.
Yeah, he did.
Yet to beat Nadal. But no, interesting. So again, I'm optimistic about Felix in Paris, and like Frances, he's also looking for his first win. He's never won in Paris.
I think for both of them it will be good, and I do. I've got to give you your dues. You did say at the beginning, last pod, I was like, you know what, Felix, I don't know, maybe Clay's not for him. And you were like, no. And you were right. He really proved us wrong. I think, I don't know.
Or proved you wrong, not me.
You know what? Let me rephrase that. Proved me wrong. You're right. I don't know. Maybe Nadal's uncle gave him a little bit of flogging. Like, listen, stop embarrassing me. stop embarrassing me. My nephew is the king of clay. You can't come and embarrass me anymore. You better fucking come correct. And he did. So shout out to Felix. I'm really looking forward to him at the French Open. I think he's gonna make it really far, like honestly, because he had like a great start. And he lost to just Novak, like, who fucking won at the end. But anyways.
Stop it. On to the women now. So where should we go first? Should we go Coco Gauff?
Let's go Coco.
Let's go Coco Gauff. So she lost to Simona Halep, now coached by Patrick Mouratoglou, in Madrid in the third round. And yeah, that was a decent. No, so that was Madrid. Very interesting, actually. There was also a kind of revelation, or some news that broke. She's working with a new coach. So it's Diego Moyano, who I am familiar with the name, and I know he's worked with Sloane Stephens in the past.
That's what I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to say a few other players as well. I think Kevin Anderson as well. Obviously, he's not.
Yes, I saw Kevin Anderson. Yeah.
So
who is retiring, by the way?
He is, exactly, the South African. So
salute.
Shouts out, and yeah, good luck in retirement. But yeah, I mean, very interesting development, because obviously Coco is 18, and like we've only ever known her to be coached or kind of nurtured by her dad in terms of on the tour. So yeah, what are your views? I know you were quite excited to see that.
I personally always felt like just having that one extra person will kind of like help her push through. I'm not saying shout out to Coco's dad, man. He's done a wonderful job. I mean, look how far she's had. That's the thing, because she hasn't. I think people tend to forget what she's actually accomplished. I think she doesn't even get enough credit for what she's done last season, especially like she's done a lot for her age.
100%, 18.
So at 18, so
and we should also mention, sorry, not to cut you, but she just graduated high school. I was going
to finish with that. Yeah, she graduated. Shout out to that. Really, 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 really proud of her for doing that. But yeah, her dad's done a wonderful job. So I don't want to make it seem like he's shit. Like, he's done a wonderful job. But I just feel like in order to take her to the next level, this was something that's needed. And hopefully he will, or if he's not, then probably another coach. I don't know. But I was really happy, and so far it looks like is doing well, because the following tournament she did well as well. But yeah, I'm happy about it, and shout out to her dad for not wearing Patrick's hat during the match. That's how we do it. We have each other's back. But some people don't get that. Some people have to run to the ops. And so shout out to Coco's dad. Shout out to Coco's dad for that. I respect
Corey. That. You see you, Corey. Also, we must mention the fact that she beat Angelique Kerber. I loved your revenge.
Revenge is so sweet. It's
obviously we saw her live
in 4K. We saw it in 4K
at Wimbledon. Yeah, so completely different match. And she really played well in that match, Coco.
She did. Like, she was like, I remember that time. Yeah, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. I'm here to take you down.
On these clay court streets.
Down.
Like I really
happy about that.
Yeah, I really believe like clay is one of her strongest surfaces. Obviously,
she's had some really good records on clay.
She reached the quarterfinals at Roland Garros last year. Again, we'll talk about that later on. So yeah, like I'm very optimistic about Coco, and just always impressed as well. Like you said, in terms of her age and like what she's been able to achieve up until this point.
I mean, Italy, she reached semifinals. That's so crazy. Yeah. It's so crazy. Like, honestly, I just want her to keep it up and just push through. I know she's gonna. I feel like the second she gets that one win, that is it. It's over for you, bitches. It's actually over for you guys. The second she gets that one win, is done.
No, I hear that. Let's talk about someone who's probably not having the best of times at the moment. Sloane Stephens. Who you've said, and I completely agree. Like, clay is probably her best surface, but yet yeah, just the results haven't really
I
been
think it's
there.
also her favorite. I think she said that it's her
Oh,
favorite. If I'm
really?
correct, if I remember correctly,
I mean,
I
she
think
did
she said
reach.
that was her
She
favorite.
she reached the Roland Garros final. Was it 2018?
Yes.
I love what she was wearing. That green, that shade of green is beautiful.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, what do you make of Sloane, like in terms of like her kind of form at the moment?
I'm
Like,
very, I don't know. I'm surprised only because, again, like I said, like clay is even last year when it was a bit, even though it was like before she got to clay, it was a bit rough.
yeah,
But then she was still
she
doing good. Like
and
clay season, she always does a little like much better than all the other surfaces.
it picked up as well at the French Open because she beat, I think it was Mukova, which is
Yeah,
really
I think
good
I
win,
think
and then
she made it
lost
to
to,
like the third round, was it? Or
I want to say the fourth. I think she lost
the
to
fourth,
Kachigova.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
who
So
went on
that's
to
what
win the
I'm saying.
tournament.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like I think this is the first time where I'm like, in a very long time, where I'm like, whoa, clay, like what is, like what's going on? But I think maybe I'm just being really optimistic, but I really think that she might be, the way I see it is that when Grand Slams come, these players are just putting everything into it, which
Yeah.
makes sense. It's a fucking Grand Slam.
Well, maybe not
But
Wimbledon this year, but that's a different story. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
no, you're right. You're right. Some of them just like no points. Okay. But yeah, and I think she might be more motivated to actually, push through as well. So
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know. I think I'm like I can't answer because it's just the first time where I'm literally seeing her like where clay is just not in it. Like her form was just not there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Because she has won a tournament this year. That was back in Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
February, I want to say.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's not like she's like, yeah, like not had a win all year. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
so,
yeah.
but obviously her form just hasn't been great, like kind of coming into
On
the
a
clay court
surface
season.
where she's
And
normally really good at. So that's why
exactly
it's a bit like, okay, I don't know what to expect with French Open at the moment. I think she's the only one where I'm like, I don't know, I'm lost.
interesting. But I mean, again, I would not be surprised if she does like, yeah, turn
Yeah.
it on and show up. And
And she's still getting that check. Anyways, listen, one thing about Sloane Stevens, she gonna get that bag. And I respect that. I respect that. I love seeing a black woman getting paid.
speaking about bags, Naomi
Speaking about
Osaka.
bags,
Naomi
the
Osaka.
big money bag. Now we're talking about real bag. There's bag and then there's bag.
Oh
There's Naomi
damn.
bag.
so, so yeah, she pulled out of Rome due to an Achilles injury. So she's only played one clay court tournament this year, and that was Madrid, where she got the win against Anastasia Potapova in the first round.
Yeah.
And then lost to Sara Sorribes Tormo in round two. But yeah, she was carrying an Achilles injury. So that couldn't have been easy. And then obviously she pulled out of Rome as a result of that. But all seems like fine now, which is good. And like she seems in good spirits as well, like heading into the French Open. But yeah, the bag news. So she announced that yeah, she's no longer part of IMG. And yeah, she started her own sports agency with her agent Stuart Duguid or Duguid. I don't know how you actually pronounce the surname. Apologies, but just Stuart. Shouts out, follower.
Shout out.
So
Freno Blackspin. Freno Blackspin. He's actually a
Facts.
Freno Blackspin, guys.
Facts.
Like,
So
shout
yeah,
out.
the sports agency is called Evolve. And yeah, this is like a first kind of like move in terms of a female athlete setting up her own sports agency, and a female athlete like of, Osaka's like caliber and status, which I think is just huge.
Massive, incredible.
I'm very excited to kind of see like how that all kind of like, well, plays out. And I think it's just a very like, yeah, just a very powerful move.
No, 100%.
What are your views?
No, I'm just, listen, like I said, I love seeing a black woman getting paid. I love seeing people getting like, 100% of everything that they deserve. Again, shout out to Venus Williams paving the way. Like when I see like black female athletes or even female athletes, especially in tennis as well, getting paid, my mind always automatically goes back to Venus. Like to me,
Yeah.
pioneer, she's the one who started all of this, showing
Facts.
people like, listen, there's money out there, you just need to actually go and get it.
Yeah.
But
And we should mention Serena too, in terms of like the whole
of
like
course,
yeah, just entrepreneurship like outside of
Oh yeah,
tennis. Like, yeah,
100%,
they've really,
100%.
really, really paved the way
Hundred
massively.
percent, 100%. The whole
Yeah,
like it just shows to you how they it's just incredible how their contributions are like or the influence are in and out of the court as well. But
exactly.
shout out to Stuart as well, because clearly he's doing a brilliant job. Like 7 years they've been together and this girl is getting paid like absolutely
Right, is it
crazy.
7 years? Wow.
Yeah, but I didn't know they've been
Wow.
working together for that long, but it's been 7 years. We're gonna read the article, but yeah, he's out here getting that money. Shout out to him too. He's out here getting that money. He won.
It's
He
very,
won.
very, very
Listen,
smart.
we're out here only out here congratulating the sucker, but he fucking won. So shout
Big,
out to him.
big,
I
big
even
time.
posted something funny on like the Insta story. I was like, oh, Osaka and Stuart for the past 7 years. And it was, see that
Big.
guy that was like, where the money was at, where the money was at. When he actually saw it, and he
And
found it
he
funny. So
liked it,
yeah, so
yeah.
shout out to Stuart. But honestly, that's literally been them. They've been getting that bag. And I love seeing people getting that bag, man. Like it is what it
Yeah.
is. But yeah.
Did you see Kyrie Irving's tweet? I think it was a tweet in response to
Oh
Osaka,
yeah,
and
Osaka,
saying,
yeah.
oh, any room for me, like to come, basically,
Yeah,
which I thought was
that's not
quite
that's
funny.
another thing as well. I really want to know, like, is it a thing where other athletes are going to join?
Oh,
Like,
of course. I mean,
what
I'm sure that's the plan.
but like
Like
what
to
type of
have,
athlete is going to be only tennis, going to be like, I'm really
who
interested to see
knows?
how she's going to like
Yeah,
expand this.
yeah,
But knowing Osaka and seeing how she's been very, like broad with her investments and stuff, I won't be surprised if it's like all sports or like
yeah.
mainly focusing on women or something like that. I don't know, but either way, congrats to both of them.
Big time, big time. So yeah, I think that kind of wraps up a little like rundown of like clay court events. Obviously, we know, yeah, there have been a few events over the past couple of weeks. So I think was it Lyon, we had Joe Wilfried Songa playing his
Mhm.
obviously he's playing his last event at the French Open, but yeah, he played Lyon last week now, and lost to Alex Molcan in the first round, who's a finalist in Lyon. And yeah, Song was presented with like a nice like trophy at the end of
Yeah, I
his
saw
match,
that. Yeah.
which was quite nice. Like his whole family came onto the court, and like, yeah, there's like a nice video that was played for him, similar to like the Andy Murray thing at the Australian Open. Do you remember? But this time Songa is actually retiring. um, but that's no shade. That's no shade. That's no shade at
No.
Murray.
Of course, no.
But that was hella extra.
It was headache. No, Australia Open did the most to a point where it made me cry. I actually cried. Like I'm not joking. I literally cried. And now look, this guy's out here with his metal hips. Shout out to Murray though. You guys know I love him. I love him.
Facts. But yeah, let's get into this French Open. So we're starting with the men first, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go men first. French Open. There's only one place to start. Songa, his last ever French Open. A very horrible draw.
What did we expect?
Casper Ruud, the 8th seed.
What did we expect?
Who's like a clay court master himself. I think he won like 5 clay court events last year. But who knows, man? Listen, who knows? But
remember what I said? No, remember what I said? When niggas are retiring, these people are so ruthless. It's like, I just play their best tennis.
I hope it's on Chatrier. He deserves that. He deserves to be on court, Philippe Chatrier. So the main show court.
Is it not already on thing? Because it starts tomorrow.
I don't know if it's is the schedule out?
Yeah, it starts tomorrow.
He better be on Chatrier.
Okay, it's not. No, they haven't put the court yet for Monday.
Yeah.
But we shall see. They better not fuck up.
I hope, yeah. So again,
I think they will, because even that Carla girl, she was on the main court as well when she retired.
Yeah, there was like no one in the stadium though. That was like during COVID. But yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, let's go seeds. So Auger Aliassime, the 9th seed, he starts against a Peruvian qualifier, Juan Pablo Veredas.
I love your emphasis on the Juan.
I'm trying, man. I actually thought he was black, like a couple of months ago. I was like, who's this guy? He's got like afro, he's got curly hair basically. And I thought, is this some Afro Latino? Like,
what's so funny? I feel like with you, there's so many times you see a player and you're like,
100%.
let me try and figure out if there's like some.
My black spin global radar goes up. It's like,
oh,
you black.
Umar, his Dr. Umar hat is like, all right, let me see if there's some African in this person.
We're all African, by the way. So let's just get like, we'll talk. But anyway, that's a whole different podcast. So yeah, decent draw for Felix, qualifier. Yeah. He should. So fingers crossed he gets his first Roland Garros win.
No, definitely.
Tiafoe also seeded 24th. He starts against a Frenchman, Benjamin Bonzi. And again, like it's so good to see Tiafoe like seeded at a Grand Slam, because last year he wasn't. And that just shows like the progression. Like, he had a solid year last year, and like he's kind of continued that form. So again, fingers crossed he can get his first win at Roland Garros too. Mikael Ymer is having a tough time at the moment, so he hasn't won a match since February, I want to say.
He's had some tough draws as well, though.
He has. You're right, definitely. That draws haven't helped, but yeah, he gets Australian James Duckworth in the first round. Again, that's a winnable match. So fingers crossed for Ymer. And wildcard Michael Moe, who again he replaced Gael Monfils at Lyon, so he was a lucky loser.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. And
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, he lost his second round match against the Frenchman. Is it Gonard? And that was like quite controversial because like it got suspended due to bad light, and then they came back the next day, and it was like 5-5 in the third set, and the Frenchman beat him basically 7-5. So, but yeah, Mo's in at this year's French Open on a wild card, and he takes on again another qualifier, Bernard Zapata Morales. So all of these I'd say are winnable matches. Well, I say barring Songa and Ruud. Yeah, decent draws. Yeah, like for our guys. Like I think
in terms of black spin, I think we've been nice a little bit. The other ones, they've been out here just because French Open literally picked all them ones, just put them all literally in the same group, like that, all together, like boom, you guys are all going to play against each other. Absolute
mess, which we'll come on to a bit later. But let's go on to the women. So Townsend, who very excited to see back. So she plays Frenchwoman Caroline Garcia. Again, Garcia is a very good player, but I mean, I don't know.
She's been slacking though for a very long time. So I actually see Taylor. I can see Taylor bagging this.
I would love to see it. And obviously Taylor's she's won that challenger recently as well in Charleston. So obviously this is her first like high level match since her return. So it's going to be a very, tough ask. Yeah. But yeah, she's got nothing to lose. So no expectations. She's on her protected ranking as well. So it's just win-win really for Townsend. And she also revealed she'll be playing doubles with Madison Keys during our live chat.
Which I didn't even realize they were such close friends till when she was describing it.
I loved it. I love that. Yeah. So
crazy. By the way, guys, if you have not listened to it, it's saved on our page. I should have said it at the beginning. I completely forgot. But if you haven't watched our Taylor Townsend Insta Live, it's literally right there. You will see it because Instagram's not letting us change the cover. Instagram. Cool. Yeah. You are ruining our page. Ruining it. Read my lips. You're ruining it.
But yeah, shouts out to Townsend, and yeah, just very excited to see her back. Massive shout out to Hailey Baptiste as well. So she came through qualifying for the second year in a row. And yeah, she gets a tough opener. So she takes on Ukrainian Annalena Kalinina, who's like had some big results this year. So she's beaten Sloane, Madison Keys. I think who else did she beat? She beat someone else. What,
she's like another version of Yang, just beating niggas.
I mean, this is the thing. Like, she's quite ruthless, and I've said this to I remember saying it to you, and I mentioned it to Maney too, and you both like just were like, "Shut up, Eugene." But I think Kalinina looks a bit like Alicia Keys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm putting it out there. Like, there's just something about. Maybe cut this.
Oh, I'm not cutting this. I'm even going to put a picture of Alicia Keys and
yeah, you know what? There. Yeah, do that.
We're going to put a picture, and guys, please let us know.
Put it to vote. Yeah.
If Eugene is on crack or not? Let us know. Let us know, because clearly he
Crack,
is.
you know. No, but back to Baptiste, like massive shout out, because it's not easy coming through qualifying, and she did mention to us as well when we spoke to her at the start of the year, like it was very rewarding, kind of, to be able to achieve that and not just be given a wild card, which she has been given in the past for like the US Open. So yeah, she's doing all the right things, and I won't be surprised to see her like in the top 100 at some point this year. But yeah, that's a tough draw against Carolina, but you know, never say never. Honorable mentions while we're on qualifiers. So Ossian Barbel, the 18-year-old French girl, she lost in the final round of qualifying, unfortunately. But again, a really good effort on her part. She got a wild card into qualifying, but yeah, was unable to win that final match. And also shout out to Paul Jubb, who beat Christopher Eubanks in the first round of qualifying. Shouts out to Christopher Eubanks as well. But then yeah, Jubb lost in the second round to Luca Nardi. Back to the women's draw now. So seeds, Coco Gauff seeded 18th, 18-year-old seeded 18th. Funny. Yeah, she starts against Canadian Rebecca Marino. Again, Marino's a qualifier as well. And I've got here, Gauff could play the 10th seed Garbina Muguruza in the third round if both, you know, go through. I'm gonna say Gauff's gonna go quite far.
I think Gauff can actually take Muguruza, because Muguruza this season has actually just been all over the gaff.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Keys, she seeded 22nd. Her best result at the French, I think, was the fourth round in 2016. So yeah, clay's not really her best surface, although she's got some decent results. Like I think she won Charleston a few times.
Yeah, I think she win it like last year? Charleston,
a couple
like
of years ago, 2019.
Yeah.
So yeah, she starts against Anna Kalinskaya, who believes Russian, but we're not allowed to say. Decent, I think that's a decent draw for Keys, and obviously she'll be playing doubles as well with our girl Townsend. So good luck to Keys. Osaka now. I think this is the one everyone was like laughing about. So yeah, she takes on 27th seed Amanda Anisimova, which is a replay or rematch of the Australian Open earlier this year. What round was that? Do you remember? Was it the third round in Australia or fourth?
It was far, yeah.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
One thing that I know about Osaka though is that when you beat her once, she's gonna remember that.
But even on clay, as in,
that's literally the only reason why, because someone even shared like a snippet of like her conference about like when she found out she was getting Amanda first and blah blah blah, and the way she was speaking, I literally even commented and I was saying, the thing is that we're all saying, oh shit, this is not looking good, but the number one thing that we forget is how competitive Osaka is. Just because she has that sweet voice and she's minding her own business,
don't get it twisted.
Do you get what I mean? So the fact that she's very competitive, the fact that she's still very determined, and the fact that she has this different energy and fire when she's playing against someone that has beaten her once,
I hear
is the reason why I feel like, you know what, she might actually be able to do something here. Amanda, the only thing is that Amanda has been doing really well this year. Yeah. This has been a great season for her. She's been doing really good. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be an entertaining match. I see it go to 3 sets.
Interesting.
But I can't tell you who's gonna win. I don't know. I'm 50-50. Because I feel like they're both on smoke.
Fascinating.
I feel like they're both on smoke, but I feel like Osaka's smoke is different right now.
See, in this moment, she reached the semi-finals in 2019. So, like, yeah, she's very familiar and like has good memories of the French Open. Whereas Osaka's, she's never really like done much at Roland Garros because clay is not really her surface. But I hear you. Like, it does seem like she's in a different place in terms of mentally at the moment. So hopefully that can kind of like carry her through. But I'm not expecting anything from her, and I don't think anyone really should, and I don't think she is, to be fair, because there's no pressure on her as well. She's not seeded, so on paper she should lose this match. But then at the same time, it's Naomi Osaka. Like, so
that's what I'm saying. I feel like Naomi, like she always surprises us, and it goes back to my point of me saying that I feel like we literally forget how competitive she is.
Yeah, no, you make a good point. So we'll see. Very exciting. Yeah, one that I'm sure we'll all be tuned into. Stevens. So again, not seeded, but yeah, she plays German qualifier Jules Neymar. I don't know how you pronounce that name. I'm sorry, but yeah, obviously Stevens reached the final in 2018, like we mentioned earlier. I hope and I can see Stevens picking up some good results at Roland Garros this year, and I really do hope that's the case. Jasmine Paolini, so she takes on the Romanian Irina Camelia Begu in the first round. I think that's a good first round for Jasmine. So hopefully she can pull through and get a win there, or a couple of wins actually, and go on a bit of a run. And Heather Watson, now 30 years old, which I find
sweet.
incredible.
Hey, listen, Heather, you were looking sweet on your 30th post.
Sweet one in Paris.
Oh, I was like, raw.
She was looking very cute. So she plays the French wildcard Elsa Jacquemot. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Jacquemot.
Is she French?
Yeah, Jacquemot. Help me out here, Lucy, the French speaking.
I'm gonna be totally honest. I've never seen this name
before. So you're baffed as well. Okay.
I'm baffed. Jacques Moore.
Jacques Moore. Okay.
Jacques Moore.
Okay. So
it looks like Jacques Moore.
You're the French speaker, so yeah, I'm gonna go with you. So that's our draw, basically rounded up. In terms of like the actual draw overall, what kind of stood out to you in terms of overall? Like, I think it was is it the top quarter with Nadal, Djokovic, and Alcaraz?
My only thing is that they literally put all them players in the same half like this, and it was just like, yeah.
Felix, I think Felix needs to be mentioned in that too. You know, like I don't like how he kind of gets overlooked. 9th seed, like he's a
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like when I'm saying that, I'm not only mentioning like Novak and Nadal and whatnot. I mentioned like literally like all of them, but it's just crazy. But I feel like this is the first time the draws are not that insane though.
Really interesting. Okay, on both sides.
I feel like when I'm reading, I'm like, okay.
Interesting. Yeah, because I'm looking at it now. Like
when you're looking at there isn't like any the only wow, like to me the only thing that made me scream was Osaka versus Amanda. Like that was the only thing that I was just like, oh my god.
Okay, what about on the men? Obviously this isn't related to Blackspin, but I think this is quite an interesting one. Shapovalov versus Holger Rune, first round. That's very like
there's a quite few good first round for men.
That is a moody first round because they both have...
Tsitsipas is against someone as well. I can't remember who was it. Sinner?
Massetti.
First round.
Massetti.
See that I feel like that's gonna be a good one. That's like there's good, but like compared to the usual.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Especially from French Open, compared to the usual, like, but it does not mean like I still feel like it's still gonna be high quality entertaining. Like we get a lot of good matches from French Open in general, anyways. But it's just like there wasn't like any like crazy, like shocking thing. The only thing is that everyone's saying thingy. We might get Nadal and Djokovic quarterfinals. Is Nadal gonna make it far?
And then
I said it from the beginning that I don't know.
Oh really?
Nadal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
I think
this is it.
I don't.
It's Carlos's time now. Alcaraz's time.
Listen, hey, shout out to Alcaraz. First of all, I know this is a Black Spin Global thing, but Alcaraz literally entertained the shit out of me.
I was gonna say, have you seen his fade? That's a very black fade he's got.
Isn't it? You need to be stopped. You actually need to be stopped.
Alcaraz is a black barber. I'm telling you. And I respect
it. You need to be stopped. But no, shout out to him. What did he win? Was it Madrid? Yeah, it was Madrid.
Yeah.
Yo,
beat
Shout out to
Nadal and
him.
Djokovic back to back.
Back
Unbelievable.
to back. Listen, that Nadal match was absolutely crazy.
It was funny as well. The final for me, sorry to cut you, but the final against Zverev, just like a non-event. Like he just completely demolished him, and I find that hilarious.
Literally
but anyway,
finished him. But shout out to him. Like I said, I love seeing the new gen taking over. Him beating two big top players back to back is fucking crazy. And he was into, like, I actually generally I would love to watch him play live. Like he's generally so entertaining. Like he has the whole package. Literally has the whole package. But he's gonna keep, like, we need to keep an eye on him French Open.
No, 100%, definitely.
But Get It Open starts for us tomorrow. I'm saying for us because this is literally Saturday. Looking forward to it.
I am. So I mean, we always have to do it. But who are your picks, both men and women?
Jeez, I can't lie to you. I don't fucking know, bro.
So you don't think? For the women, I think everyone's saying Swiatek because like she's on this ridiculous tear.
Okay, that's a good one, and she's won before.
Exactly.
Okay. That's a good shout. I won't argue with that.
I'm saying I'm saying like the general kind of
yeah. No. Yeah. I honestly I can't tell you.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I think it's very
for
difficult.
Both men and women. I'm lost. I'm looking at everything and I'm just like, I can tell who might go far, blah blah blah, but to actually win,
it's difficult.
I've already said men before. I already said men French Open is going to be random this year.
Really?
I don't think Nadal or
I think you did say that actually. Yeah. You did.
But Djokovic, now that he won Italy,
Rome,
might be a little bit motivated. So you never know, because he's another one as well, very fucking competitive. Novak is extremely competitive. His
world number one. So
yeah. Women, I honestly, this might be the first time where I might say I can't give you an answer. I don't know.
Fascinating.
Who do you have?
Again, I hate like predicting, but if I had to pick on both sides, this is without the Black Spin Global hat. Women, I'm gonna go. I like excitement in terms of like a new winner, so I'm not gonna say Swiatek.
Okay. But who else besides her? This is what I'm saying.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough.
This is what I'm saying.
You know what? I'm very tempted to say Coco. Because why not?
Okay.
Why not? Like,
no, I will take that.
So I'm gonna say Coco, and that is with the Black Spin Global hat on. On the men's side, it's tough.
Because Medvedev hasn't really been playing.
Yeah, Medvedev's not a clay court guy as well. So I'm not expecting anything.
And the thing is, I don't understand because the way he plays, if he does that on clay, he will murder these niggas. I actually don't get how he's not thing on clay. But anyways, Novak.
For the men, I'm going to say it's between Novak and Nadal.
You're putting Nadal up there.
I am. I know he's got the foot injury and he's not best of form, but I just think the French, there's something about being in Paris for him, like it's special. So
I mean, they have a whole fucking thing
statue
for him.
Exactly, and rightly so. So
yeah.
I think it might be a bit too early for Alcaraz, but again, I wouldn't be completely surprised.
Yeah, if he wins, I won't be surprised. But I agree with you. That's why I haven't said his name, because I'm just like, I don't know. But that Madrid win maybe boosted him. Who knows?
Yeah,
he done well by I think he pulled out of Rome, so he can rest,
smartly, exactly,
which was a smart move. So he might come back with hella energy, be like, because the thing is about Alcaraz is that's the thing. When you beat big players like that, people then got to see you like different. Same thing with Osaka when she beat and she was winning. People saw her different.
Established top 10 now, like so.
Yeah, no, he's people looking at him.
Like,
they're looking at him like as a threat. So people might come in French Open thinking, oh no, I'm coming in with hella smoke. So he needs to play 10 times better than what he played during Madrid. So we'll see, boy. We'll see. You know.
But yeah,
Lucy, Get It Open.
Lucy's favorite slam.
Do you know what? Secretly, I will never publicly admit it, but even though I'm kind of am, but secretly,
I know,
I've got
yeah.
hella love for French Open. I call it the Ghetto Open, but I've got hella love. I don't
The
know. I feel like
ghetto.
the vibe is just different. The crowd is the best. The weather is most always like nice. Like the energy from everyone. Like, I just feel like it's just a different. It's a slam, but everyone's hella casual, and I just fucking love it.
No, I hear you.
That's
hear
what I
you.
like. Whereas you have some slam, it's like, proper like professional, proper like boom, boom, boom. But like Ghetto Open is the ghetto. And
The
sometimes I
ghetto.
love the ghetto. Ghetto.
Oh man, Lucy, thank you for this early
Well done to
edition.
you, because you were very
Stop it.
I won't be surprised if you go back and have a quick nap.
Listen, I've got work in an hour, so no nap for me. Very
I
long.
thought you were starting at 4.
Nah, 2:30 today. So yeah.
Damn.
Exactly. Indeed.
Gotta get that bread.
Don't we? But no, appreciate you all listening, guys, or appreciate you for listening. Sorry. And apologies that I look so tired. But anyway, it's all good.
Nah, you look good, man.
Major shout out to Lucy for basically sorting this whole show today. So yeah, guys, enjoy the French Open. And we will be back at the conclusion of it, obviously, to like give you our thoughts. And hopefully we've got a lot of exciting things to talk about, tennis related. No dramas, please.
Let's see. There's probably drama as we're recording this right now. There's probably some drama.
On media day, stop it. But yeah, guys, thanks for listening. And yeah, until next time, take care.